This is such a good question about color curves. So for context, color curves are these things. You have an RGB curve and then a curve for each individual color, red, green, and blue. The bottom of the curve represents the shadows, the middle represents the midtones, and the top represents the highlights. The most typical curve adjustment is an S curve, which looks like this. This will darken your shadows and brighten your highlights, giving your midtones pretty reasonable where they already are. This gives your image a bit more of a natural contrasted look, and it stops raw files especially looking so flat when they come straight out of camera. I almost always start with the S curve when I'm editing. Now the individual color curves are for fine tuning your colors. For example, with these you can affect the reds in your shadows, the blues in your midtones, and the greens in your highlights. With these curves you have full creative control, so it's completely dependent on what you want your image to look like. By having a play around with them you can really dictate and figure out how they affect your image. Now you see how these curves have opposite colors? As you reduce or increase the one side, you'll have the opposite effect on the other side. So as a good rule